Hello everyone, it's Jennifer and thank you for joining me today. I have a different project that we're going to be doing today. I have a pair of earrings that I made in one of the Jesse James Beads workshops, and this was one of Danielle Wickes's projects, and we used some of those gorgeous tiara cast teardrop findings, and also too we used some of their amazing ear wires. However, this is what it looks like and I love it. I really do. But then I got these yellow beads from Kelly's Bead Boutique, and these are matte custard, and they're just absolutely gorgeous. And I thought, you know, it would be really pretty just to add those, just to add a poke color. And the reason why I say that is because not only did she do another project and it was very similar and she added a bead to the top, but I just really like that look and wanted a more pop of yellow to come out. So we're just gonna go ahead and add one of those beads. Before we dive into that project, I wanna share with you the sponsor for this video. I have always struggled with my hands and my nails and getting the right kind of nail polish and actually doing the nails right. And I have just always struggled, and my nails will stain from the nail polish. I have very thick nails, so a lot of times they'll look like they're dirty. They're not dirty at all. It's just that they're stained from maybe some other projects that I'm doing away from jewelry. But I want to share with you again, the sponsor for this video is nailreserve.com. In the description, I am going to have a link for you to use, and it is my link. And also too, we're going to have a 50% off coupon code for my audience here. Or you'll see that on the screen right now. And I'll also put that in the description below, along with the, it can be applied to a minimum of 2 products, except for bundles. And also too, it's not going to work with automatic promotions on the website. Also, I also want to mention they do have a VIP subscription program. So I'm going to put the link to that VIP subscription program in the description as well. But I have not unboxed it, and obviously I have not used it yet. So we're going to have a couple of videos. This first video, I'm just going to unbox it. I haven't seen what's inside yet. And so then the next video, I will do another, I have another jewelry repair to make, and I'm going to share that with you. And well, this isn't really a repair, this is just an enhancement. But when I do that, I am going to hopefully have my nails all painted up all nice and neatly. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to give you a rundown of what Nail Reserve is. So Nail Reserve is a Los Angeles-based gel polish brand with the promise to keep your nails healthy by continuing to build around vegan, nine-free, and cruelty-free products, just the healthy way to go. And I could not be more excited about this product. And they have more than 200 shades of soak-off gel. And when I went onto their website to pick out the colors that I wanted to use, there's so many. Again, I'm only going to spend a couple minutes on this unboxing because I want to get into that enhancement on that pair of earrings. And again, I didn't come up with this enhancement on my own. You know that Danielle, she has already done it. So I am just following her lead on that. So I have a couple boxes here. All right. So what do we have here? So I first have the UV LED lamp. And what I did get was I got a bundle pack. Okay. Then we have some color. Oh, I love this color. And then we have the, this is the base coat. More color, and again, you can see I kind of like the same colors. And And this is the color that I normally will use. It's called Muted. I think it's called Muted Berry. And then we have a White Addict. So I got white. It's a little off-white. It's not completely white. And then we have Rearwood Trees. We have the Sea, Swing, and Sun. And then, oh, we have 2 of those. And then we have the Midnight. See what else we have. We're going to have a top coat in here somewhere. This one here is the No Wipe Top. Okay, so then we have the USB cord, and then we have the little tiny UV. Very cute. Little instructions. And again, so easy to store. Okay, so then we have our little Nail Reserve LED light. This is like a beginner or a starter set. So there you go. Go check it out. I'm excited. And then in the next upcoming videos, we'll go ahead and I will do a complete review. All right. So let's get to what you came here for. So let's go ahead and do this. Let me make sure that I am on camera because I'm doing something a little different. I don't know if I mentioned it the last time, but I've struggled with the focus and with how the quality of the videos, right? Because I'll put something, real close up and nothing. And I'll watch other videos and people go right up to the front and all the way down, or all the way, to the top, all the way down to the bottom, and their focus is really good. It focuses very quickly. And when I got this new camera, I thought that I was getting a higher quality camera. It's a 14 Pro Max something. And I tell you, I have not been too impressed with the camera as far as the videotaping. And I did hear, I watched a live on Friday, not this last Friday, but the Friday before. And Sam was just like, the camera. And I thought, oh, good, it's not just me. So, however, though, Danielle Wickes, she actually said, turn your phone around so that you're using the front part of the front facing camera rather than your actual camera. That's supposed to be the best, right? So that's what we're doing. I've done it the last couple times, and I go back and I watch and I go off camera because I can't see. And so it's just a little hard. All right. So we're going to go ahead and take these amazing beads, and here is the code. And I'm not sure if she has it anymore, but you could go in and you can just search matte custard and see if she still has them. I think these are 6mm. All right. And we're going to go ahead and just take off 2. All right. So now what we're going to do is I have some 20 gauge German style wire, and I've already flush cut one end. And yes, I typically work from the spool, not necessarily pre-cutting, but I pre-cut this time. And what I'm going to do is I am going to make kind of a good size loop because I want to be able to separate. I don't want my bead to sit like that. I want it to be a little bit up, but it doesn't have to be a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and come in at this little center spot, and I'm just going to roll away from me to make my eye pin. And it's terribly crooked. Okay, so there we go. We have a nice size loop. I'm going to go ahead and come in. I'm going to try and straighten that out just a little bit. There we go. It's still not, well, because German style wire is pretty tough. Okay, so now let's go ahead and open that up because it's much easier to apply or to thread on your pieces before you have that bead in there. Okay, so let's go ahead and then we will get this all nice and tightened up again. so there we go. Make sure it's good. Okay, now we're gonna go ahead and thread that on. And I wanna say I have a good like 3 inches, and it's a bit much, I won't lie, but if you feel more comfortable, so if you're we're gonna do a wire wrapped loop. And so if you feel more comfortable with having the longer tail, if you don't use a secondary pair of chain nose pliers, then yeah, you'll want to do about the 3 inches. Yeah, so since we do have 20 gauge, I'm going to come up just a little bit on my chain nose pliers, and I'm going to give it that 90-degree angle bend, just like so. And then I usually come in about in this top area here, and go ahead and roll over, and it's going to be super, super wonky, but we'll be able to fix it because we're just going to roll, and we're just going to roll until we get that all nice and centered. All right, let's see if it's centered because it's kind of opened up quite a bit. Yep, we look centered. All right, so now we're going to just do wire wrap loop, and we're going to go around 3 times. So I have enough here that I can just use my fingers. I don't typically, because I like to guide my wire. I feel like I get a better, I don't know, like a tighter, cleaner wrap when I use a secondary pair of pliers. Okay, so let's go ahead and come in and trim. And that is a nice piece for doing a simple loop on a bead. So we are going to save that. Then I'm going to go ahead and come in, and I need to tuck in that tail there. There we go. Let's go ahead and add our ear wire. And I do have some ear wires in my Etsy shop. Some of these, some of the tear cast ear wires. All right, so there we go. I really like that. I really dig it. It just adds a little bit of length. And yeah, so we're gonna go ahead, let's go ahead and come in and get this opened up. And it did take me a bit, just because it's a very tight fit in there. Let's just go ahead and use, yeah, we can use our fingers. It's a very tight fit, so there we go. All right, now let's go ahead and we're gonna come in. I have the flush side. I'm gonna go back to my marker, make sure that nothing's sticking out here, and I'm just gonna roll away from me. It's easier to roll away than to you, towards you, okay? Then just go ahead and turn that so that you have a nice eye pin. Let's go ahead and let's straighten it out. So you see what I mean, how it's all like curved? I wanna straighten it out a little bit. Sometimes I can't with this wire. Sometimes it has a mind of its own. Okay, let's go ahead and open that up. And I like the opening to be in the back. And I'm just passing it through that center. Trying to, there we go. Just passing it through that center hole. And that center hole, it's more oval. So if you can actually hang something from the center of that as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this closed up. Oops. Okay, let's go ahead and get this closed. So I'm just now just twisting it like I would a jump ring. Okay, there we go. Let's thread that on. And then we're gonna go ahead and come in just a little bit. And the reason why is because it is 20 gauge wire, and 20 gauge wire is thicker. So when I'm using 22 gauge, I usually go with the tippy tip. And then the only thing about that is that it's very difficult, if you can see, it's difficult for me to get my round nose pliers right up against in that corner. And that's why we have to do all that rolling to get it all centered. And that's just because how I do my wire wrap loops. I know there are a million ways of how to do them. And I have just always done them the way, actually, Kelly Sutton is the one that taught me how to do my wire wrap loops. And I've never steered away from that. Okay, so let's get that all nice and tucked in. And you see, I'm getting it nice and tight in there. And I don't want to damage the bead, but I know that I can kind of scooch that in a little bit more. So I'm cutting it with the flush side, and the reason why is so that I have a nice clean cut. So let's go ahead and get those bent chinos pliers in there, and I am just going to squeeze. Just, you see how I'm not just doing one big squeeze. I am doing several little squeezes, and there we have it. And if it's off, it looks a little off. So let's go ahead and add that in there. And just kind of, there we go. See, we straighten it all up. We'll go ahead and add our ear wire. Looks like my ear wires need to be cleaned, so I will do that. And there we have it. So we had, and I didn't take a picture of the before, so you just get the after. So if you want to see the before, just hit rewind, watch my little spiel on our sponsor for this video, which is Nail Reserve out of LA, Los Angeles, here in California. Again, if you want these beads, be sure to check out Kelly's Bead Boutique. I will put a link in the description below. I will also put a link in the description to my Etsy shop as well as Nail Reserve. So again, this is a little bit of a different video. My next video, I promise, will not, well, I will show off my nails, so I will do a little bit of spiel on that, but my next video will be back to normal. We're going to be using some, actually, I'm going to do an unboxing. I think I'm going to do an unboxing because we are starting unboxing season, right? Or the part of the month. So be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you like it. I know it's a little different than normal, but I like to throw these in every once in a while. Please leave me a comment. I love to see what everybody has to say, and subscribe. And until next time, have a good one.